Hello friends. Today I am going to discuss about the fourth house of the birth chart and why it is so important in everyone's life. Uh, Fourth house is one of the most tender and foundational area of your birth chart. Now, it is deeply connected with our roots, our home, our family, our earliest experiences in life, like childhood experiences. How is emotional soil, how it is going to help you in your growth. That is what the fourth house is. So many times we have heard from various astrologers that first house is your lagna or ascendant, where you born in this life. So what is the first house? So first house is where you are getting union, or you are arrival in this world from the first house. But from where? So it will be from fourth house. Why? Because fourth house is your mother, and before you are taking birth, 9 months you will be in the womb of mother, and I believe that's the first most peaceful place for you to live, or get yourself nurtured and created. Your creation happens in fourth house, while the soul will align with body in the first house, but the fourth house is actually your nurturing happens not just before birth, not just after birth, but before birth as well. So that's the symbol of nurturing, sustenance, safety, and unconditional care. So when you look at your mother, the way she loves you is unconditional, pure love. There is this is what all about the home of womb of a mother, or a nature of a mother, or your emotional mind. It's a first shelter and the beginning of life itself. It is where soul first knows what is warmth, what is protection, how you feel secure, safe. That's a fourth house. The house also represents the heart of a home, where you love to eat food with your family, or looking for a comfort, looking for a luxury. The reason is why Venus is having a strong strength in the fourth house. Is reason it's a luxury. You want your house to be a luxurious house. uh, it's a gathering, daily gathering of your family, meeting each other, and what you're doing, you are just creating series of memories for yourself. So when you will become old, these are the memories will always help you in terms of how was my fourth house, how was my mother, how was my family, how was my comfort, how obviously people have, depending on the fourth house chart, good or bad experiences might be there, but yet fourth house, first basic foremost important thing is giving that memories for us. The tradition handed down from your previous generation to you, and then you continuation of those traditions in your home starts with the fourth house. It's where we learn our first lessons. You start learning A, B, C, D, your initial living in this world from first guru is mother. So mother is your first teacher, first guru, which who will give you the initial lessons of the life, how to live this life. That comes from the mother. Fourth house is also where there is a kind of love. You start understanding the first lesson of love, where people say fifth house is a love, and but that love has a different meaning. This is a pure unconditional love from mother, and the belongingness. I am from this family, this is my belongingness, this is your security. That is the reason fourth house has so much of importance. Kitchen table or family meals, bedtime stories, these are the fourth house expressions. The fourth house is just It's not just food, but what is serving food. Why serving? Because you're caring for the people. You care a lot of your family members. The guests come your home, you care with them, you give them that food, and you say that okay, he is the guest, he is in the form of a god come to my home and I want to feed him. That comes with the fourth house, building the fourth house in that manner. So why this entire conversation happens is because fourth house linking with your social circle, 11th house, which shows that if your heart is pure, even your desire fulfillment can happen. And that's a connection between fourth and 11th house happens as far as fourth house is concerned. So it's an emotional self, your true emotions. Okay, not what you show to the world, how you are, how great you are, or how bad you are, but it's actually your emotional self. This is a language of love. That love that binds families together. So when as I said, the mother is your first guru. Imagine you have a guru who comes your home. That's where they get exalted. His happiness, guru's happiness. Guru gives you that kind of expression or impression about the way you are taking care of your guru at home. It's another fourth house. That's the reason fourth house Jupiter is exalted, and it's a place of wisdom, it's an expansion, and generally enhance the various life themes from here, and you will understanding the some of the eureka moments in the life even from the fourth house. Why eureka moment we talk about it? Eureka moment is nothing where your soul and your mind has kind of a triumph of win which they were searching for many lives and they achieve it in this moment or in this specific time, and they felt okay, I achieved something. That's the reason eureka moment has so much meaning with the fourth house. While you do all karmas, you do all your efforts, you do achieve your success goals, but fourth house is a foundation. So same way, it also exalted Jupiter also help you here with the abundance, optimism, a pure clean heart, and deeper philosophical understanding. A topic which generally a ninth house's strength, but fourth house is where those philosophical moments you are actually imbibing and in your heart. So any conversation happens, any new energy you are seeing, new things you are seeing, and you feel that this is something which I want to learn, that that inner quotient or your inner mind is saying I am there, I will first absorb it. So that's the reason fourth house has so much of importance. And loving mother, as I told you, benevolent heart she will be having, and home environment that fosters the moral and spiritual growth, having Jupiter in the fourth house. So joy, faith, and inner peace is something which everyone look for. So if you have a fourth house is also its home. It's just not place, it's actually sacred sanctuary of the heart. So fourth house also holds the emotional core of chart strongly by moon. So moon is placed here. The native feels deeply connected with home, homeland, always want to come. So first thing is I want to clarify here is wherever moon sits, your mind always active in that area. So if someone's having a moon in fourth house, they will go for all work, all wars, or success or anything they want to go out. But eventually their mind is calling they okay, by it's evening, let's come back and sit, go back home and relax. That's the place which we were moon's presence here. It makes more deeply connected with your home or homeland, even your own country from where you born. It's again homeland. So that's again connected with the fourth house. So there is a sensitive or intuitive emotional nature that resonates with the rhythms of the home life. And the moon here can reflect moods that rise or fall like a tide. So, hence, the emotional climate of the family environment also like a sinusoidal. This placement fosters empathy, receptivity, and heartfelt desire for the peace and security. However, uh, one can also look at their movable assets like cars or luxury they buy. It's again fourth house. So your car driving ability or whether you are able to drive any vehicle, that also been reflects from the fourth house. But also one point I not told is that like the way womb is there where mothers in mother's womb 9 months you have the maximum peace. There is another place you will also get a maximum peace. I believe most of the people will not able to understand what I am talking about, but this is called a final resting place. This is a RIP place where I think after the death, the person will have the maximum peace with no issues or struggles, and he has to live. And that place again where he will be having that will be also the fourth house. So fourth house is where we honor we have passed from our family lineage. That reminds the attachment of the heart and are scared, but also impermanent. It teaches you that every tender moment, while cultivating into the inner peace, there is a certain bit of loss is there because it's a trine of moksha. So any moment you are living, you feel that I am enjoying that moment, please understand it also losing from the time. So that's the beauty of the fourth house. The presence of Mars in this house, it could be a little bit challenging because Mars become debilitated here. It's a peaceful energy but get managed by a dominant Mars, and Mars can indicate tension. However, many people say that, or many astrologers say that Mars in debilitated mode is generally not that aggressive, but yet uh, it is a fiery planet coming into watery sign creates a kind of unbalanced smoke or energy that indicates some kind of tensions, impatience, or conflict within the family environment. This may struggle or assert. See, Mars is a blocker. Is not bad, but it's a blocker. It actually blocks you from your thought process. Your thought process get influenced by anger. Of thought process get influenced by enmity or revenge. So that is reason fourth house Mars is generally avoided. If someone is having, obviously we can't change the things, but we can activate the house using that those kind of planets. uh, it placement also teaches resilience, how to transfer inner fire and get the protective courage. So that is the exact point I was telling. Fourth house is a place of emotion and where you are putting a courage uh, that is can create a little bit of conflict. So person will have a very gray line where whether to be it's a courage or it is going to be a conflicting environment. And this is a Mars lesson give us in the fourth house. And it is always a balance you need to find between the personal drive, the aspiration, and the emotional sensitivity. Although fourth house is the initial learning, not just academically, emotionally and spiritually. So while ninth house gives you a higher wisdom, higher knowledge, which is you will always get at the at the feet of guru or at some of the key religious places. But house is the first temple. Don't forget that the first temple is house and home, and in home you can start building your spiritual practices. So while you may learn lot of advanced spiritual practices from the ninth house or eighth house, yet fourth house is will give you that initiation. So people generally say, na, anything you start, charity begins at home. Same way, if you are going into spiritual practices, the first thing is charity begins at heart. That means your first heart need to be purified to move towards spiritual practice or going in that path where you want to balance your material pleasure, but you slowly moving towards the spiritual progress. That is where the fourth house comes. It shapes how we give and receive love. We understand home, heart, heritage, but it also teaches us the peace begins with and begins within and eventually radiate outwards. So whether you look at your karma, or whether you look at your spiritual practices, or even your materialistic achievements, starts from home or starts from within, from your heart. And that's the earliest slash lesson become your foundation for the lifetime. In closing, I will say that fourth house invites us to return homeward. So people who is having moon and staying in various countries outside from homeland, there is always eagerness to go back, and that pressure always there around it. I want to go back. It's not just moon, but any planet, fourth house and fourth house. Lord is sitting in fourth house. Always there is a kind of always uh, some kind of drive pull to go back. Same way you go for a work, you go for any initiatives, there is always pull to come back home. So that's the beauty of the fourth house. The story of our roots, our relationship, and our sacredness, what we carry within, that's where the fourth house comes. Now, fourth house is also, third house is fourth, 12th from fourth. So people who is having fourth lord in third house are movable jobs, or transferable jobs. Or people who are having fourth lord in the 11th house, people achieve, from as far as the property part is concerned, they will see some kind of desire fulfillment. But also it's eighth from fourth, so there could be a little challenge for mother. Some transformation time will come for mother in her life. Same way, fourth house is should not be connected either with ninth or 11th or third. Reason your properties buying or selling becomes little challenging, because there are certain struggle and challenges might face. And I'm not saying one single combination can decide. There are multiple such combination works. Fourth house lord goes into eighth house. You are so, will say, addicted to comfort. So wherever you go, you will find your comfort zone and you want to create your own space. You go in office, you are very space is there. You go in wherever you go in, and even any relatives home you go, and you will find a comfort space where I can find. So that's a comfort finding. Fourth house is in the sixth. So people who do have go as soon as they outside, they start or bringing troubles at home. Many times even sixth lord comes to fourth house, fourth house goes to sixth house, some energy connected with your enmity. So as soon as you step in the home, you start finding some challenges in your life. Oh, I have to handle it and all. So also fourth house goes into, if someone is having a strong fifth house, I will say the person will be extremely fun loving, extremely life is living like a fun enjoyment. But please understand, the person who lives in fun doesn't mean he have a luxury, and the person who is having a luxury doesn't mean he's living in fun. So life always gives something in return, takes something from you. And that's the reason fourth house, if someone's fourth house is strong, please understand that means his fifth house is little bit challenging, because he is ignoring the fun and focusing his energy and efforts to the luxury of home. So people say Venus in fourth house is extremely good. I will say, okay, you want a luxurious life or do you want a peaceful life? That's the call you need to take. So something we can't decide, obviously, but as a part of it, fourth house gives that kind of experiences. Fourth house goes into 10th house. Person will be obviously involved in working from home, and energy is always, he will look at my office, home office is near to my home, or the energy of office work or karma is in your home or nearby to your home. You focus on that. Fourth house goes to 12th house. I will say the peace only will you can find only in the isolation and spirituality, or even sometime let go. So peace only come if you let go something. So people love to donate. So those people who love donation and they find some peace, just see that fourth house is in the 12th house. And when fourth house come in the first house, now what happened to the first house is yourself. When the fourth house comes here, your home responsibility is your first priority. Your mother is your priority. You will take all decisions only listening to your mother, and if mother confirms, then only you will go for it. So wherever the fourth house goes, you have to find certain amount of responsibility for that house in that home, that place. So example, fourth house goes into seventh house. So what happens? So fourth house is your mother, seventh house is your married life. So mother's involvement in your married life will be there. Mother's involvement will be there in the your married life. Good bad, I'm not at all talking, but yes, that's the story. But yes, you're maybe in a way, I say it's getting balanced by your spouse might be very career oriented. He will or he have that kind of, if the positive planets aspect as there, probably that reason, probably the mother will be very comfortable with her her in-law, mother, daughter-in-law, or son-in-law, whatever way. So that way it happens. So overall, this is the overall fourth house, and obviously one point I missed out is fourth house goes into ninth house is somewhere person's eventual learning moves to a higher learning, and he will be eventually want whole life to learn and achieve something from it, learning some dharmic or righteous thoughts in his mind. He will build it through the fourth house. So mother can be a uh, instrumental in giving you that direction in your life path. So purpose can be connected with your mother as well, who can help you in that. And fourth house is in second house, obviously you can earn from properties, or there is a energy with family, and obviously your food, and second and fourth both houses are somewhere related to the food, and we can see that there is a kind of interest something in cooking and creation, or some hobbies you will build and get peace out of it. So fourth house is a great house where you live your entire life finding the peace externally, whereas the fourth house itself is a peace giver. So look at that way. But don't confuse with uh, peace and luxury. Peace is mental peace. It doesn't mean you need to have a money. Luxury is something which you want to build it. Luxury goes for showing others. Peace is something, it's an inner thing. So that difference you understand. Overall, this is my commentary on fourth house. I will do same way with other houses as well, and obviously with the signs as well. Uh, and I think this will help you to understand how to look at the fourth house and how important the house is, from not just from materialistically, and it's from the spiritually as well. So hope you like my views, and do like my channel, subscribe my channel, and comment if you have any question around fourth house. More than happy to answer. Thank you. Have a great day.